Hello everyone, and welcome to my The Bold Fans channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Dylan gives Elektra a promise she might not be able to keep, Steffy confronts Hope, and Deacon asks Taylor out on a hot date. Today on The Bold and the Beautiful, Elektra warns Dylan before her work trip, Deacon approaches Taylor, and Steffy hears Hope pressuring Taylor to be with Deacon. Hope keeps asking Taylor about her feelings for Deacon at the Cliff House. She tells the psychiatrist that they would be fantastic together, and Steffy shows up just in time to hear it. Deacon tells Finn that Sheila isn't present at Il Giardino. The restaurateur is asked by the madwoman's son how he tolerates her. Deacon sidesteps the question and leaves to see Taylor. Sheila comes out and welcomes her handsome son. Finn sits uneasily in his seat and says he's just getting takeout. Sheila disregards this and goes with him to inform him that, due to Taylor, she and Deacon are back together and doing fantastically. As she continues, Finn fidgets. A developing situation. Katie wants to know more about this Dylan who lives in the guest home, so she goes to see Will at the beach house. Elektra is establishing limits with the girl at Forrester right now. She will never be able to eat dinner by herself with Will again. Will informs Katie at the beach home that Dylan ended up living in her car after losing her residence and job due to her relationship with Luna. Katie is pleased that he offered to assist. Dylan argues at Forrester that she was just doing laundry at the beach house. Elektra exhorts her to put herself first and figure out how to get back on her feet. If she was offended, Dylan apologizes. When Dylan inquires about a position at Forrester, Elektra tells her it won't be feasible. There won't be a vacancy there for some time. Dylan accepts the news with grace despite his surprise. She will resolve this and ensure that she is no longer in Elektra's path. Katie continues to express her pride in Will for taking Dylan in at the beach house. Will is amazed by how much stuff she had in her car. It was obvious that she lived in the back seat. One of Elektra's closest friends, Dylan, had to assist her. Dylan continues to thank Elektra for having faith in her at Forrester. Elektra informs her that she and Ivy will be spending a few days in San Francisco on business. While she is away, she must follow the guidelines and remain in the guest apartment. She has nothing to worry about, Dylan tells her. As Elektra says she doesn't want to feel deceived once more, they embrace. Comparing notes. When Deacon and Taylor meet at the Cliff home, she informs him that his daughter has come to talk to her. Deacon laughs. Her daughter came to talk to him. Steffy is addressing Hope at Forrester right now. Why do you support my mother's relationship with your father? Taylor explains that Hope appears to believe that something is happening between them at the Cliff home. Deacon acknowledges that he suggested she might be correct. Hope desires that he dissolve her union. Steffy doesn't trust Sheila, according to Taylor. Deacon gives a nod. She advised him to stay away from her, and made it very evident that she is not supportive. Taylor acknowledges that her daughter can be a bit overbearing. Deacon respects her wish to keep her safe. He is also concerned about her. Hope asks Steffy back at Forrester if Taylor and Deacon dating would truly be so awful. She is reminded by Steffy that he is Sheila's husband. Before it's too late, the strange attraction must end. She must keep Sheila away from her mother. Hope is adamant that her father would protect Taylor from harm. No one can stop Steffy from pursuing her goals, she chuckles. This can't happen. Hope is aware that she doesn't want this to occur, but their parents should be content. My father is a decent man. Steffy says he can't be with her mother, but perhaps they might support one another's recovery. The last scenes at Forrester, Steffy tells Hope to put Deacon on dating apps and assist him in finding a reputable divorce attorney, but to keep her mother out of it. She acknowledges that Deacon has made significant progress, but that is unimportant. They are both aware of Sheila's potential. He had to sleep in his bed with Sheila's 8 toes after making it with her. Taylor assures Deacon that he need not be concerned about her at the Cliff home. He is aware of Sheila's independence, which is one of her many attractive qualities, yet Steffy is right about Sheila. What if you stop billing me and we just met somewhere like this for lunch? He asks, hinting at the possibility of a really romantic encounter. Taylor warns Deacon. Deacon approaches her and strokes her face while listing her qualities. The Bold and the Beautiful's next episode features Steffy changing her mind. Monday, January 26. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Steffi's surprise in San Francisco causes trouble. According to Monday, January 26 spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy Forrester Finnegan surprises San Francisco. Let's discuss how a significant plot point will be impacted by Steffy filling in for Ivy Forrester on an impending business trip. Dylan will reiterate her pledge to avoid creating any more problems in the Forrester design office. Dylan will assure Elektra Forrester that she will abide by her desires and refrain from going too far with Will Spencer. Elektra seems to be feeling more at ease thanks to Dylan's assurances and cuddles. Nevertheless, Elektra might hear a small voice in the back of her mind warning her to be concerned. Elektra will be taken aback by Steffy's surprise updates later on. Elektra will be delighted to learn that Steffy is visiting San Francisco. Ivy might have a last-minute excuse to cancel since Steffy would insist that there has been a change of plans. On the other hand, Steffy might suddenly have other business in San Francisco and argue that Ivy doesn't need to depart either. In any event, Elektra and Steffy have a good relationship and will be thrilled about the chance to spend more time together. Naturally, worries about Dylan and Will being by themselves on the beach house property can surface. Ivy might pledge to stop over and check sure Dylan is abiding by the rules while Elektra is away if Elektra shares those worries with her aunt. According to B&B spoilers, that will eventually result in Ivy's startling revelation over the week of January 26th to 30th. But for now, let's concentrate on Dylan's temptation. When Dylan sees Will lifting weights, she will undoubtedly be drawn to him while he works out. In the end, Will might discuss the chicken dinner mishap with Dylan and express regret for providing the additional food after Elektra lost it. Dylan may claim that everything is well because she and Elektra had a conversation, but her intense May desires may cause issues in the upcoming episodes. Don't miss any potential cheating news for Elektra, because spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Will may soon encounter his own temptation. The Bold and the Beautiful. Assessing Bill Spencer's secrets and sins. Bill Spencer. The Bold and the Beautiful, examining the key characters of our favorite Sudzer and looking at history as it should be taught, flaws and all, is quickly turning into a project of mine. The characters aren't all saints. None will avoid my attention, and none are impervious to criticism. Bill got to Los Angeles as a media mogul whose tactics took no prisoners, so let's fasten our seatbelts and examine his past on The Bold and the Beautiful. This portrays a man who is perpetually torn between his need for control and his yearning for family. Come along with me as we assess the history of Dollar Bill to determine whether the misinterpreted anti-hero or villain will win out. I quickly discovered that Bill's offenses were not minor infractions after delving into the history books. Take a look at this. Bill put his own son's life in danger by ordering the demolition of the Spectra Fashions building while Liam and Sally Spectra were still inside. After reading that, I paused and then read it again. Whoa. He deceived Thomas Forrester into believing that Caroline Spencer was terminally sick. This deception was done with the sole purpose of separating Thomas and Sally. Fantastic. Nominee for Father of the Year? No, not just yet, there's more. He had an affair with Steffy Forrester when she was married to Liam, causing a divide that almost ended the Spencer family's relationship. Okay, so Liam and Steffy had gotten into a fight. But this wasn't like Rachel and Ross from Friends. There was no "we were on a break" going on. Despite the incessant babble about the significance of the Spencer sword necklace, these are hardly the actions of a man who loves devotion above all else. The Rich Forrester feud. Do we now need to examine the rage? No vitriol? Between Rich Forrester and Bill. It characterizes a large portion of Bill's life in Los Angeles. They engage in personal, frequently violent altercations and verbal assaults that transcend business. Ridge was once killed when Bill threw him from a helicopter into the Persian Gulf. I laughed when I rewatched that scene, lol. Come on, men love soap operas just as much as women because of the action. Brooke Logan is nearly always at the center of their antagonism. Ridge perceives Bill as a poisonous force, and Bill sees Ridge as a dressmaker unworthy of Brooke. Bill's hatred is flexible, but his competitive nature is pathological, as evidenced by his oscillation between attempting to kill Ridge and establishing an uncomfortable truce in order to get rid of Sheila Carter. He can't bear to lose, especially to a Forrester. The women of Spencer, now that we're here, will look at Bill's love past on The Bold and the Beautiful. I also looked into Brooke and her numerous partners as well as Ridge. It appears to be a disorganized map of betrayal and obsession. His most steady relationship was with Katie Logan, but he continually betrayed her confidence by going after her sister, Brooke Logan. Bill's marriage to Katie was ruined by his protracted pursuit of Brooke. Luna, I Am Your Father, certainly has a humorous ring to it, but Bill is hardly Darth Vader, and he needs Brooke's approval of his darker side. Steffy Forrester. An odd power dynamic that became sexual, causing Kelly to have a DNA test and severely harming his relationship with Liam. Quinn Fuller. A fleeting connection that didn't have much lasting value. Lee Finnegan. When he saved Finn, a possible relationship began, but it soon faded. Poppy Nozawa. Bill's connection with Poppy revealed a more vulnerable, drug-addled side of him that was focused on his desperate need for a daughter. To be honest, this part was a little depressing to watch. I believe that Bill is motivated more than he is aware by the Spencer heirs' enduring legacy. Though he discovered the majority of them as an adult, Bill's boys are his legacy. Liam Spencer. Bill continuously attempts to corrupt the moral compass. Bill detests Liam's tenderness but admires his goodness. It was a rare feel-good moment on the show, and we saw the side of Bill that we had been waiting to see when he believed that Liam would die from brain cancer. Wyatt Spencer. The son who is frequently regarded as the backup heir while having Bill's practical edge. Will Spencer. Bill's second attempt at parenting, which he finds difficult to uphold. Will is his youngest son with Katie. Will is always dealing with his own issues, and we are now concerned that he might go out with the house visitor. I ought to have created a chart. You might ask, what about Luna? I was delaying this section till the very end. Luna might be an entire post on her own, but now that she's gone, we have to examine Bill's frantic acceptance of Luna as his daughter before dealing with the paternity drama involving Tom Starr and Jack Finnegan. This revealed a flaw in an otherwise strong suit of armor. He disregarded the warning signs about Poppy's magic mints, and the timing since he was so desperate for a daughter. It is necessary to acknowledge that Bill is the kind of man who will buy people when he can't win them over and destroy them when he can't win them over. On The Bold and the Beautiful, he is currently going through a strange phase that seems to be soothed by his wish for a family that won't break apart. But as history has shown, a bored Bill is a dangerous Bill. For now, his relationship with Katie simultaneously satisfies two of his wants. Only time will tell if it lasts. Sheila believes that Deacon's future mistress saved her marriage, and he frequently makes fun of Ridge through Katie's new fashion brand, Logan. When Finn stopped by Il Giardino, he asked Deacon right away how he was able to tolerate Deacon. He also asked about Deacon's continued treatment sessions with Taylor. But he had to go, so Sheila intervened and inquired about Finn's well-being. Sheila asked to talk to Finn for a moment, reminding him that she was his mother. She thought he was aware of their recent split, but her marriage had recovered because of the world-renowned Taylor Hayes. Sheila wanted to go further, but Finn believed that Deacon would benefit from therapy. She rambled on about Taylor's skills and how she reconciled them. Finn said that he was aware of Taylor's beneficial influence on Deacon's life. Will wanted to know every detail of Logan's development when Katie paid him a visit at the beach house. He had to get dressed, but he felt pleased of her. She informed him that she would inquire about Dylan before he departed. Will clarified that Dylan was left jobless and homeless in addition to having to deal with the aftermath from Luna. Will was glad to help a buddy, and Katie was proud of him for it. Will offered Dylan a place to reside without hesitation. He knew he had to intervene as soon as he observed the condition of her car. Will needed to give Katie a break, even though he didn't want to disgrace her when she inquired if his heart had shattered for her. Elektra insisted that Dylan not spend any time by himself with Will. It was not going to occur again. Dylan was told by Elektra to stop doing their laundry and concentrate on leaving Will's guest house. Dylan expressed regret for hurting Elektra's sentiments and felt terrible about the situation she put them in. Dylan pledged that she looked for work every day. Elektra needed her gone, but she didn't question that. It was a flagrant falsehood when Elektra told her that there wouldn't be a position at Forrester for a while. She was made aware by Steffy that Dylan might be able to get an internship. Dylan was sad that she would not be able to collaborate with Will and Elektra at Forrester. She promised to use every resource at her disposal to avoid them as quickly as possible. Dylan didn't know who else to ask for assistance, but she wasn't used to taking it. Elektra informed Dylan that she required her to follow the script, because she was leaving town for a few days on a business trip. She had to avoid Will at the main home and remain in the guest house. Electra's remark didn't offend Dylan, who assured her that she shouldn't be concerned. She felt terrible about disappointing Electra with the meal for two. Taylor persisted in refuting claims that she and Deacon harbored romantic love for one another. Hope reminded Taylor that Deacon was a fantastic catch and urged her to go after it. After Hope left, Deacon visited Taylor at Steffy's house, and both of them were shocked to see that their daughters had visited each other. Taylor thought they were in a difficult position. Hope was in favor of their relationship, while Steffy was adamantly against it. Taylor was surprised to hear that Hope had already discussed their developing relationship with Deacon. But Steffy made it very plain that there was no way this relationship could take place. They both understood that their children's desire stemmed from safety, and that they just had their own best interests in mind. Deacon told Taylor that he was also concerned about her. He was aware that Taylor was resilient and didn't require a man to look after her. Nevertheless, he was concerned for her welfare. Deacon asked Taylor to cease invoicing him so they could meet for lunch on a formal date. Deacon declined to express regret for his attraction to Taylor. She was everything that Sheila lacked. They gazed intently into each other's eyes as he described Taylor as gorgeous. Just in time to chastise Hope for fostering a friendship between Deacon and Taylor, Steffy called her into the office at Forrester. Steffy heard Hope begging Taylor to give Deacon a chance. Deacon was not only married, but everyone was at risk from his wife Sheila. Hope believed Taylor had nothing to be concerned about. Sheila thought Taylor was safe because she didn't know what was going on. Steffy demanded that Hope give up brushing off her worries and let her shield Taylor from Sheila's worst tendencies. Steffy didn't think Deacon and Sheila's drama should be hindering Taylor. She didn't care since she was certain Sheila would hurt Taylor if she found out they were in love. It was clear that Steffy was not going to change her mind when she told Hope, "This can't happen." Hope begged Steffy to give Deacon a chance. She believed that they had the chance to support one another and get over their individual heartbreaks. Although Steffy thought that Deacon deserved more than Sheila, she did not think it would be with her mother. Steffy could see where Hope was coming from. Hope reassured Steffy that she wasn't trying to set anyone up. She just wanted Deacon to be happy. But even though Steffy acknowledged that Deacon had changed, she felt that he had to stay with Sheila and take care of her. She needed Hope to see that Taylor was not an option.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.